right, good morning everybody. This is part 2. It wasn't supposed to be a part 2. I was supposed to get all of my cleaning things done yesterday, but I didn't because it just seemed like every time I'd mark something off the list, something else would turn up that I had to do, like get the cherry trees watered, or trees, just one, just get the cherry tree watered, or do this or do that, or help roll up a tarp, or whatever it happened to be. It just seemed like there was always something else getting thrown onto the list. Here we are, like I said, we are in day 2. Already this morning, I did get the first coat of the floor gloss or floor polish onto the dining room area. Here is the kitchen area. This is what it looks like today. Now that that dried, I do want to put a second coat on this floor, and just to give you a perspective, this is what the floor looks like without the floor gloss at all. So this area hasn't been done, just washed. Right here, that's where our stools rub. Even though we have the felt pads, it just seems like it just rubs. Anyway, that's how it is. But that is how it's going to look when it's all done. This I'm actually going to put a second coat on. I just need to find the right time when no one is going to need to get into the kitchen, which is pretty much never, unless I do it at night. Which that was the plan, was to do this all at night. But last night we went to a Rafters game, and after that we headed out to where Amber does gymkhana games with her horse Rhythm. And that we ended up not getting home until midnight, I think it was. And at that point, I was done. I was not going to polish any floors at that time. So today, I'm just going to get moving on all the things that are on my list that I didn't do yesterday. One of those things is to tackle this. And this doesn't probably look really that bad, but the wall is very, very dusty up there in like the grooves. I mean, I can see it here through the camera, so I'm sure you guys can see it too. I did pick up this sign at a garage sale. I want to get that put someplace. This is just a hodgepodge of, I don't even know exactly what I'm going to find. I know this is something that doesn't fit. This has to get packed away because it was too big and whatever. I don't know what's under there, but I need to tackle that. This is where I fold laundry, so I do want to get this all washed up. I mean, I fold laundry enough that dust rarely settles here, but I do see a little bit in the corners there. I have a mix and match array of artwork on the walls, some of it already falling down. This is just dusty, whatever, right? I mean, look at down there, I have a mess. I already have the washing machine going, the dryer just stopped, so I just need to spend some time getting this place, this little corner, just spick and span, because it's been driving me nuts. I spend a lot of time over here. When I start to clean, usually the first thing I do is just take everything out of the area that I want to clean. Just try to clear it out. I usually find some garbage or other things that I just don't even know why they're there. Try to put those things away and just kind of just get it ready for cleaning, because it's really hard, or at least I find it hard to clean an area if it's still full of stuff. I start to clean off my folding surface there. I accidentally touch the washing machine, which turns it off, so I have to monkey around with that to get that started again. I take my folding surface down because I think that went up there in like 2012 or 13 and it's never been taken off. So I clean underneath there and note. So I grab an old towel, cut that down into smaller pieces to use as a rag, and then I just take the shelf. If you watch really closely, you'll see that I have a little package that I'm trying to open. I was actually sent a product. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Here I am just scrubbing up the walls here, trying to get all the dust and drips down. I give my little laundry bags a shake just right onto the floor, because eventually the floor is going to get cleaned, and I figure I'll just take care of that then. And since I can't use the gloves that I wanted to use, I just grab the broom and I'm trying to sweep all the dust off the walls, getting the broom bristles into the grooves and everything. You can see I'm removing the hair and dust and everything off the bristles of the broom. And again, I just put it into a pile right on the floor. You'll see I start talking with my hands and looking like I'm actually talking to somebody. Warren stops in and wonders, why am I not using the gloves that I was so excited to use to wash these walls? And the reason is I was sent a pair of rubber gloves that had kind of like little scrub brushes already built in on the hands, like on the palm of the hands and the fingers. But when I went to open the package, there was a worm in the package, and I just could not in good conscience open up the package and put my hand into something that could have been packed in a factory or something that had some sort of infectious worm or whatever. It looked to me kind of like a roundworm, although it was flattened from, you know, the packaging and everything, but still, cleaning really isn't one of my favorite things to do. I like the end product, and I do love stepping back and seeing what it all looks like at the end, but getting up the ambition to actually do kind of a project like this, it's just not really my thing. I would much rather spend my time in the kitchen cooking or trying new recipes, things like that. But sometimes an area just needs to be tackled, and today was the day for the laundry area. As you can see, Maria pops in every now and again just to see what exactly is Mom doing. She hasn't probably ever seen me clean this area like this before, being that she's 5. She also was scolding me a bit by the mess that I was making on the floor, so she said, "Mom, I'm gonna sweep up for you because you really made a mess." And then once I shook that rug right to the floor, she really let me have it. I kind of start thinking a little bit about what am I going to do now. The green basket has always housed our socks, and I've always had one of the kids do socks as one of their daily family jobs. And that green basket there is just, it's kind of done for. It's been sat on and stood on so many times that it's getting pretty bent up. And it takes a lot of space on the floor, and I really have a goal of trying to clear the floors. It's so much easier to clean and sweep and have the kids help with cleaning if the floors are clear of stuff. Things are coming along nicely. As you guys saw, I used a broom first, and then I just wiped it down, and when I look over there, I do still see a little dust stuck way back in those cracks, but so much better. I tried to use the edge of the rag, and I tried getting it back in there, and it just wouldn't quite get all the way back in there, about halfway. Anyway, so this has always, yes, that's Dad's pile. This has always been our sock basket for years. Like, Emily is gonna say, "What? You got rid of that?" But it's time. It has gotten sat on so many times, and it's getting pretty smashed, and I'm just over it. Maria, she's my sock girl. These are the socks that have mismatched for like a year probably. And we decided we're gonna slit those down the center and turn those into grease rags. And then we've just found a few matches in there. And I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna use this basket for the socks. It's gonna sit right up here in the corner. That'll give it a nice purpose there, and I think it looks cuter. It's gonna keep this wall space right here empty. I'm really trying to eliminate stuff on the floors. It just makes it so much easier to sweep or vacuum and wash if there's nothing on the floor. So that's kind of been my goal here, is trying to eliminate things on the floor. So I think we're doing a good job. I used to keep this enameled wash tub or whatever down here, and it was just constantly full of dust. And I just never got to cleaning it often enough. So I think if it's up here actually being utilized regularly, that it's, you know, the dust isn't going to collect there so much. So down here, just 2 little things, which is so nice. And the towels are done. I need to fold those, transfer this over, and it looks like this is coming together. I have a lot of this, that, and the other thing we have to take care of to make it actually look nice. And that will take a little while. I always underestimate how much time it takes to kind of clean up from cleaning. I know that we are. We're going to leave it right there, and then in the morning you'll just come out and you'll just double check that, see if there's any socks, and you'll get to fold them right from there. It'll be a lot easier than this big bulky basket too. And what else? I do have this pile of artwork over here I have to take care of. I don't know if I'm going to put it back up there. I think what I'll do is employ Amber. Not really employ her, that means I'm going to pay her. I'm not going to pay her, but I'm going to ask her opinion because she's always good with that kind of thing. I'll see what she thinks we should do to kind of make this look sort of fun, give it kind of a purpose, and go from there. Alrighty, as usual, things just changed up a little bit. I called Amber out and I said, well, what do you think?
Do we need this?
And she had so many ideas. She thought that what would look kind of fun, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, is to hang some kind of light up here. I had one in the basement that I had been saving, decided I just didn't like it. I can actually show it to you guys. It's right here. We used to have it in our dining room. I actually bought some paint at one point. I was going to paint it to hang up there. And I'm just not, it's just not doing it for me right now. So I'm going to try to get some kind of light fixture to hang up there to add some light, because it's always dark when I'm trying to fold clothes. And then we're going to hang this up. Nope, it's going to actually go the other way, honey. Nope, the strings are going to go on the back side. Yep, so it's going to go like this. Just like that, okay? So what we're going to do is, oh, I hope I left enough twine. This is straight off of a bale of hay, and I found these little mini clothespins in the kids' crafting kit, and so we're going to give it a try. So why don't we're not going to hang it right away, Peter, because I'm actually going to wait for Dad so that we can, I'm going to need 2 hands for that. 2 adults to do that. So why don't you take your first piece of artwork. We have Joe's pineapple and your hedgehog. Take it, both of them, and then see how it works. So take a clothespin.
And just clip it on.
Yep, you're just going to clip it on and see how it works. I'm hoping this is going to work out. Are those clothespins springy enough? There you go, cool. Now get another clothespin for Joe's pineapple. And maybe hang his up over here.
Because it's a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm, it is bigger. All right. I like it. That's going to be a fun little way to display some of your art. You guys can make small art and big art, and it'll still fit.
Or you can make a little small thing. Right?
You could make something small if you wanted. Yeah. We have to keep moving and get more cleaning done because I feel like I made a bigger mess in the process. Peter, would you run all these out to Dad's grease rag basket on his workbench?
I don't know where that is.
Do you know where the air compressor is?
Yeah.
It's sort of next to where the air compressor is. It's a bluish, clear bin, I think.
Okay.
Wait, there's one more. So I'm not the only one that's doing some cleaning and organizing projects here. I did get Sam involved in something that he wasn't really too thrilled to start on, but once he did, he was happy to have it done. He had about 200 sheets of sheet music laying all over his bedroom floor. And I said, you know what? You have got to do something with that. It is such a mess. Amber's in the kitchen putting away the clean dishes so that I can get in there and kind of start doing a deep mama scrub. I'm kind of feeling like the more I do, the more behind I get. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've been doing and doing and doing and doing all day, and obviously that was not in this room because here is the state of the kitchen. I think I'm going to get Sam to work on that. Oh, okay. Let's just focus and think what we're going to do next. I have not taken the grates off of my stovetop in quite a while. I've done kind of the where you just lift it up and do a quick wipe. I attempt to use a little Dawn dish soap. That didn't seem to do much. I get out the little brown, what we call fingernail. It's just a little brown piece of hard plastic. It's a Pampered Chef item, but I just couldn't get it the way I wanted it. So I pull out the big guns, which in this case happens to be an SOS pad. Don't try this at home. I'm sure that this is not recommended by the manufacturer. Warren comes in, talks to me for a little bit. Peter's in. He's intrigued again. He loves when I clean the cook stove because he loves just kind of taking everything apart and putting it all back together. So he's over here, one, asking me when I'm going to be done so that he can put all the pieces back on, and two, he's wondering when are we going swimming. I've been promising them all day that as soon as I get a number of things checked off my list, that I would take them swimming. There is just no good time to do this except for at bedtime, and I don't know, at that time of night I just don't feel like doing this. So I'm putting on the floor gloss and we're gonna go out and swim. Peter's been asking to do that today. Whoops.
My mom is crazy.
And Sam, what are you doing over there?
Trying to figure out how to get.
And he was doing dishes and he's trying to figure out how he's gonna get out.
Me in the kitchen.
I just did not want to wait another second, and I feel like I've been monkeying around with this all day long. So
How far does it go over this way?
Mom,
it goes the whole way to the carpet. Just tiptoe or walk on your heels.
me.
Yep, you want to say hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Are we going swimming today?
Well, baby Joseph and Holy Grapes.
Holy grapes!
Holy Grapes!
All right, so we are coming on down doing a little swimming here. It's not much of a beach right now. We've been getting a lot of east wind and the bogs are all blowing in, so they're just gonna splash around. You're right, Peter, there is a spot out there. Yes, you could kind of go out there and get lost, huh? And here's Eska. I don't know what she thinks she's doing. Oh boy, she's gonna shake. I just feel it.
Oh, Joe! And you would just sit on there and just, on all the foot?
Uh-huh.